Start na po. Si Dr. Batalao daw po ang kapalit ni Dr. Bautista. Si Dr. Fett. Apo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 17th Commencement Ceremony of the Pacific InterContinental College. Let us witness the entrance of the Grand Marshal, Dr. Onofre C. Santos. We shall also welcome Dr. Maria Giuliani, Benedict Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Leadership and Management graduates. Let us welcome Dr. Ray Pansing, Leading, 15th Doctor of Philosophy and Educational Leadership and Management graduates. gentlemen, let's welcome 82 National Performance and Education Let us welcome 17th Master of Arts in Education graduates under the supervision of Dr. Ray Wansi. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome 29 Master of Arts in Education graduates, supervised by Dr. Esteban Batan. Let us give a rousing applause to the faculty members of the Pacific Intercontinental College. Starting with Dr. 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 Esteban G. Matanao, Dr. Evelyn E. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the Consultant of Let us give this warm welcome to the President of Pacific InterContinental College, Dr. Maria Gina L. Mike. And of course, the PNC Global Foundation Chairman, Dr. Sue John Wong. Ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of colors by Lakeview Integrated School. Please remain standing for the doxology to be led by Dr. Maria Salome P. Baila. This will be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem to be conducted by Dr. Richard R. Rebleza.
Almighty God, as we gather today, we thank you for the blessings of learning. Thank you for the privilege of studying in our chosen areas in gaining new skills. May each graduate today feel proud and enjoy celebrating their success. Lord, we pray that they would be able to use this qualification and knowledge to go out and bless the world. Please foster within them a continued passion for learning as they journey onwards. Thank you for every aspect of their time, with your knowledge gained and friendships made, and the dreams, visions that get carried in our hearts. Father, as we dedicate this celebration to you, we thank you for leading and guiding us all. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. Guide me now under your wings. Cover me within your mighty hands. When the oceans rise and thunders soar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood. I will be here and know your God. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood. I will be still and know your God. When the oceans rise and thunders roar, I will soar with you above the storm. Father, you are king over the flood. I will be still and know your God.
Please take your seat. Graduation day is the culmination of all the time, energy, and work that you have put into gaining your qualification. And it gives you a great chance to celebrate all that you have achieved. This once in a lifetime experience allows you to dress up in your cap and gown and attend a ceremony marking the enormity of your achievement while surrounded by your friends, family, and classmates. It is a brilliant way to highlight the end of this remarkable chapter in your life. To formally open the event, let us give a big hand to the PIC Global Foundation Chairman, Dr. Su Yun Wang, for his opening remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mabuhay. Congratulations on your graduation. Thank God for today's graduation ceremony. Most of the Pacific InterContinental College graduates are admirable educational officials. Education leads everyone to the road to success. I would like to express my respect to students in the education field. Thanks to growing internet access and emerging technologies, the way we think of education will dramatically change. Pacific InterContinental College has been preparing innovative global education for more than 20 years, mixing online and offline, combining theory and practice, saving time and tuition fees. The level of Pacific InterContinental College professors and students is international. Even if you can change your nationality, you cannot change your academic record. I think graduation is a new beginning. Congratulations and wish you a great dream with Pacific InterContinental College. Salamat po.
Thank you, Dr. Wang. This year, our commencement address echoes your triumph amidst all the difficulties you encountered due to the pandemic. It will inspire you to leverage this milestone to make valuable contributions in ensuring quality, relevant, and liberating education for Filipino learners in a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. To introduce our keynote speaker, let us welcome one of our faculty members, Dr. Raul T. Felix. A round of applause, please.
A pleasant and wonderful afternoon to all. To our PIC President, Dr. Wang, to our PIC President, Dr. Baisa, our coordinator, Dr. Stanggang, my fellow professors, graduates or graduands, visitors, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Today, this task of introducing our guest of honor and speaker is a great privilege. I know this one is difficult, but the thought that he is a man of virtue and simplicity. I feel elated to introduce him to everyone today. After all, he is a living inspiration to the young ones, the ONCE, and the young ones, the ONES. If one takes a closer look at the ultimate of the achieving person, two distinct values pop up besides perseverance and hard work. These are pioneering spirit and willingness. Our guest of honor and commencement speaker today is the living idiom of a man who happened to be born at the right time and at the right place. Coupled with an impressive background, it was not therefore surprising that he became a devoted public servant in the Department of Education. When asked about him, who he is may not be a surprise. After all, he had become the person he is now because of the virtues and values that was developed and nurtured in him during his attendance to the institutions he attended, from his basic education to the postgraduate schools. He is an alumnus of Subay Elementary School in Subay, Cardona, Rizal, finished his secondary education in Talim Island Academy, graduated Bachelor of Science in Industrial Education, major in Electrical Technology at the Rizal Technological and Polytechnic Institute in Morong, Rizal. He attained his Master's of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management at Marikina Institute of Science and Technology. And his pursuit to further broaden his knowledge, he enrolled and finished Doctor of Philosophy, major in Educational Management at University of Rizal System in Morong, Rizal. Moreover, his eligibilities include the following: Career Service Professional Eligibility, Professional Board Examination for Teachers, Career Service Executive Eligible, 2010 Educational Management Test or the Superintendent's Eligible, Career Executive Service Eligible, and Career Executive Service Officer or the CESO. Our keynote speaker rose from the rank. He started from the lowest rank as a substitute teacher at Rizal Technological and Polytechnic Institute, and later on decided to join the public education sector as an ICT teacher of Francisco P. Felix Memorial National High School in Cainta, Rizal. Because of his strong determination and commitment to the service, he was promoted as principal and served as school head in different public secondary schools in the province of Rizal. Before attaining his superintendency in DepEd Batangas City, he was then the designated officer in charge of the Office of the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent in DepEd Rizal and DepEd Cavite in 2011 and 2008 respectively. As a result of his excellent performance and unending dedication to serve the education sector, he became a full-fledged schools division superintendent in DepEd Antipolo in 2015. His passion to serve is evidenced by various accomplishments and recognitions from different sectors. In his present assignment as the Schools Division Superintendent of SDO Cavite Province, he spearheaded the attainment of the first Secretary's Award for Excellence in Curriculum and Instruction. Also, under his leadership, the division was awarded as the most learning-focused schools division office in the entire archipelago, which showed the division's success in conquering the challenges of the new normal delivery of quality service. Also awarded the Leadership Excellence Award in 2021. Most Outstanding Scout Commissioner by the Boy Scouts of the Philippines, and the Carwad Sulu Awardee for Education as Outstanding Rizaleño. Most Outstanding Alumnus Award of Talim Island Academy, and recognition for exemplary performance as Assistant Schools Division Superintendent. Director's Medallion of Excellence Award in 2011, and Ambassador of Peace by International Peace Federation. Superintendent's Award for loyalty, professionalism, and commitment to service, and many more. His mantra, serbisyong pang-edukasyon, tapat at sapat para sa batang Caviteño, is inculcated in the hearts of DepEd Cavite personnel while serving their clients. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pride and honor to present to you a brilliant and a man full of substance, commencement speaker, the school's division superintendent of DepEd Cavite Province, Dr. Romel C. Bautista, CESO 5.
First of all, my warmest felicitation to the faculty and staff, the administration of Pacific Intercontinental Colleges for coming up with this culmination of the learning, engagement, academic exchange that happens in the past semesters and school year or academic year. Maalab na pagbati sa matagumpay na pagsusulong at pagpapagulong ng sistema ng edukasyon sa inyong graduate schools. Secondly, my warmest congratulations also goes to the graduating students of the college for successfully hurdling the challenge of getting higher education despite the existing pandemic caused about by COVID-19. Hindi kayo nagpatalo sa takot, bagkos ay hinarap nyo ang hamon ng pagkamit ng mataas na edukasyon sa kabila ng pandemic. Warmest congratulations to all of you. And finally, to your beloved ones, the parents, the partners of each and every one of you for pushing you through, for supporting you, for making your endeavor lighter through their tender loving care. Maraming salamat sa ating mga wind beneath our wings. Dahil sa kanila ay narito tayo upang ipagdiwang ang isang makasaysayan at masayang bahagi ng ating buhay, ng inyong buhay. Now, your graduation marks the port for Pacific Intercontinental College. And we look forward to more graduations to come. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much, Pacific Intercontinental Colleges, for giving education to our educational leaders and would-be educational leaders in the province of Cavite. Your hard work in ensuring the quality of education that you provide or provided to our education leaders will be tested and manifested through the kind of education leaders that we will be having and we have in SDO Cavite Province specifically para sa patuloy na pagbibigay ng serbisyong pang-edukasyong tapat at sapat para sa mga batang Kapitenyo. We will see the impact of the college in the kind of works and the delivery of works of your graduates who are connected in SDO Cavite Province. And I am confident that the education leaders and teachers under our jurisdiction who get their higher education in you, from the college, will surely lead the best schools in the province. Tama ba ako? Mga kasamahan kong taga-DepEd na kliyente o estudyante o mag-aaral ng ating PIC? Thumbs up lang. Okay. Now, you are telling us on the sport graduation exercises that the theme of your program is strengthening the quality of education amidst COVID-19. And surely, if we equip our learners, our students, with the best education coming from the best professors and teachers and the best school that we have here in our province, surely we'll be able to cope up with the challenges posed by COVID-19 dahil the knowledge, the technical know-how that were imparted to our leaders, to our students, will surely help them in crafting the learning continuity plan that is really needed in the context of the organization that they are in. Yes, we know for a fact that the existing pandemic challenged not only the basic education sector in our province, but the entirety of the world, as well as the higher education, higher learning educational institution were also challenged by this pandemic. Yet, in our case, in the basic education system in the province of Cavite, in the entirety of the Philippines, the top management of the education sector bravely faced the challenge and did not hesitate to continue thinking of ways on how we can make education roll despite the existing pandemic. And during the first school year that we are affected by the pandemic, I can say that we have bravely faced the challenge and succeeded in facing it through the graduation exercises that we have then back July 2020. 2021 rather. And we were able to meet the basic minimum standards for the competencies that should have been mastered and must be mastered by the basic education learners. This is done through consultation with the teachers, with the school head, or these were done through consultations with the teachers, school heads, education leaders, the local government officials, and the parents' representatives in the respective schools under our jurisdiction. And I know for a fact that this not only happened in Cavite, but the entire Calabarzon and the other part of the country. We were able to make our basic education learning continuity plan with the provisions of the things that we are not used to doing it. For example, providing training program that will train our learning facilitators and teachers on how to use different social media platforms, other platforms for the delivery of the teaching and learning process under this we call new normal. We were able to provide technical assistance manual so that our school head will be able to provide technical assistance to the teachers despite they are not seeing face to face. We were able to accomplish the program, project, and activities geared towards improving the quality of the teaching and learning process through virtual and other kind of platforms aside from the ones that we are used to having, and that is the training program face-to-face before. So these things taken into consideration in carrying out again the task for school year 2021-2022 made easier for us to deliver serbisyong pang-edukasyong tapat at sapat the second time around under the new normal. But we know for a fact that we still lack something, and teachers clamor for more things. Parents and learning facilitators at home clamor for the face-to-face delivery of education, and we would like to address these things granularly, so that we'll be able to really provide the best education, the education that possesses the highest quality to our learners. And that's why we ventured and we are now venturing on the limited face-to-face program for our learners. We started with an elementary school in Tagaytay with the limited program, considering all the DOH and IATF protocols in opening the physical door of the school for our learners. And to date, nakaisang buwan na silang mahigit sa face-to-face classes. And then another set, we have last Feb 14, we have 4 schools who open limited face-to-face, expanded limited face-to-face, and then another one on last Feb 21, another one open for an expanded limited face-to-face program. We are trying to see to it that despite the existing pandemic, we'll be and subscribing to the protocols of DOH and IATF, we will be able to have face-to-face classes on a limited basis, on a scheduled set A, set B, set C, or set D basis for the learners to go physically to the school to have the face-to-face classes. And hopefully by March, we will add an additional 130 schools who signified intention to try the progressive face-to-face program. Progressive in the sense that they can start with grade 1 only, grade 2, and then if they see that the facilities in the school is also giving them opportunity to open grade 3, grade 4, and so on. So we will look forward to it that by March 7, that additional 130 school will be opening its door for the face-to-face classes. But we are not resting on the ground na the pandemic is still there. Once there will be news or confirmed case, even a single one, the school will hold the face-to-face classes. So these things are our contribution to braving and ensuring that the quality of education during the pandemic because of COVID-19 is installed so that we address the clamor of the learners, the teachers, the parents, and the community, the education community, to really provide the best quality of education under any other circumstances aside from the COVID-19, which is still lingering in our community. So I hope that in the days to come, especially school year 2022-2023, we look forward that we'll be having the face-to-face classes in whatever mode of delivery it can be it online, blended online and blended modular, whatever it will be. We look forward to having it so that we will be able to ensure that the best quality of education is provided to the learners of Cavite, to the learners in the basic education sector, and to the learners of the higher education institution. In closing, once again, my warmest felicitations to the faculty and staff and the administration of the Pacific InterContinental Colleges. My warmest felicitation and congratulations to all of you and to the graduates and to the loved ones of the graduates witnessing this momentous event in the lives of their loved one graduating. And sa bandang huli, ang pasasalamat sa poong may kapal sa patuloy niyang paggabay sa atin upang patuloy nating magampanan ang ating mga tungkulin at upang patuloy nating may pagkaloob ang serbisyong para sa lahat ng Caviteño. Magandang araw at pagpalain tayong lahat ng poong may kapal.
Thank you. Thank you Dr. Romel C. Bautista, School Division Superintendent of SDO Cavite Province. Your words have made this event even more special for us. We shall now award the certificate of recognition to our commencement speaker. May I invite Dr. Wang, Dr. Paiza, and Dr. Evangeline Sangalang to the center stage to do the honors of awarding the certificate to our speaker's representative, the Chief Supervisor of the School Operations and Governance Division of SDO Cavite Province, Dr. Diana Topacio. Let us give Dr. Bautista and Dr. Topacio a round of applause. We have now reached a milestone of this event. The presentation of the graduates by our consultant, Dr. Evangeline M. Sangalang. It shall be followed by the confirmation of the graduates by no less than our PIC President, Dr. Gina L. Baiza.
Madam President, I have the honor to present to you the 219 graduates from the graduate program broken down as follows. Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership and Management, Major in Educational Management, 38. Master of Arts in Education, Major in Educational Management, 181. These graduates has fulfilled all the requirements of the institute and they have passed the deliberation of the college and the Institute of Academic Council. May I therefore petition that they may be confirmed the respective degrees with all the rights, honors, privilege, as well as the obligation and responsibilities thereto appertaining.
Acting on the recommendation of the faculty concerned and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree earned: Master of Arts in Education, Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Leadership and Management, with all its rights, honor, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Good luck to all graduates and congratulations. Paso to the right, please.
Let us now proceed to the distribution of the diplomas by Dr. Su Yuan Wang, to be assisted by Dr. Maria Gina Paiza, Dr. Josefina Beltran, and Dr. Evangeline M. Sangalang. To start, may I call on Dr. Maria Jovi Ligaspi to read the names of our PhD graduates.
Dr. Lady Z. Digma. Dissertation title, Educational Leadership Practices and Performance of Public Elementary Teachers, Basis for Enhancement Training Model. Dr. Emelita G. Tikit. Dissertation title, Educational Leadership Effectiveness of School Heads and Performance of Teachers, Basis for a Strategic Plan. Dr. Gemma L. Filipino. Dissertation title, School Climate, Organizational Commitment, and Teachers' Performance, Basis for a Proposed Team Building Model. Dr. Irene R. Heroy. Dissertation title, Leadership Behavior and Management Conflict Resolution of Public Elementary Schools, Basis for an Intervention. Dr. Efrenaida H. Lumagi. Dissertation title, Managerial Skills and Leadership Performance of School Heads in the Division of Cavite, Basis for a Training Plan. Dr. Rubelin G. Navidad. Dissertation title, Leadership Traits on Organizational Commitment Correlates to Job Satisfaction Towards Educational Leadership and Management Effectiveness. Dr. Rachel L. Nuestro. Dissertation title, Leadership Skills and Principles Governance Relates to Performance of Teachers, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Plan. Dr. Maria Rosalyn M. Pagtakhan. Dissertation title, Level of Managerial Competence and Performance of Elementary Teachers in Division of Imus City, Basis for Strategic Model. Dr. Mercedes M. Perido. Dissertation title, Self-Efficacy and Teachers' Performance of Selected Public Elementary Teachers, Basis for a Professional Development Program. Dr. Jessica C. Ramos. Dissertation title, Conflict Management Strategies and Performance of School Heads and Teachers, Basis for a Proposed Training Model. Dr. Adona A. Ravago. Dissertation title, Personal Management Practices of Elementary School Heads and Performance of Teachers in the Division of Cavite Province, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model. Dr. Ida F. Reyes. Dissertation title, Level of Managerial Competence and Performance of Elementary Teachers, Inputs for Training Model. Dr. Alvin S. Roman. Dissertation title, Managerial Practices of School Heads and Teachers' Performance in the Division of Cavite Province, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model. Dr. Michael P. Romera. Dissertation title, Competencies of Information and Communication Technology Teachers in the Division of Cavite Province, Basis for E-Learning Enhancement Plan. Dr. Glorifel V. Torres. Dissertation title, Organizational Climate and Performance of Public Secondary Teachers in Division of Cavite Province, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model. Dr. Priscilla B. Villalon. Dissertation title, Instructional Leadership Competence of Master Teachers and Teachers' Performance in the Division of Cavite Province, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model.
Congratulations, PhD graduates. At this point, we shall call Dr. Ray Guansing to introduce the 15 PhD graduates.
Rona Ron Ronald A. Dissertation, Instructional Competency and Performance of Public Secondary English Teachers in the Division of Batangas, Basis for a Strategic Model. Costa Janine A. Dissertation, Managerial Practices and Performance of School Heads in Elementary School, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model. Dr. Detasa Lorna, Dissertation, Leadership Performance of Public Elementary School Heads in the Division of Cavite, Basis for a Proposed Coaching and Mentoring. Dr. Digno Toriano A. Dissertation, Managerial Competency of Public Secondary School Heads and Teachers' Performance, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model. Dr. Dumayas Bernadette S. Dissertation, Instructional Leadership Competencies of Master Teachers in the Division of Cavite, Basis for a Proposed Strategic Model. Dr. Flores Liberty M. Leadership Practices of the Public Secondary School Head in the Division of Cavite, Basis for a Proposed Capability Enhancement Program. Dr. Ermita Rowena G. Dissertation, Competency of School Heads and Teachers' Performance in the Division of Cavite, Basis for a Proposed Training Program. Dr. Gargoyo Zani R. Dissertation, School Climate and Organizational Commitment and Job Performance of Teachers, Basis for a Proposed Team Building Training Program. Dr. Gonzalez Renalyn D. Dissertation, Leadership Performance of Public Elementary School Heads in the Division of Cavite, Basis for an Executive Training Program. Dr. Luna Christopher A. Dissertation, Job Performance and Quality of Work Life among Public Elementary School Teachers, Basis for Career Path Development. Dr. Marinduque Arden A. Dissertation, Managerial Competency of Public Secondary Department Head in Science and Teachers' Performance, Basis for a Training Program. Dr. Mendoza Gerald C. Dissertation, Instructional Leadership of Secondary School Department Heads and Job Performance in English Teachers. Basis for a proposed strategic model. Dr. Panganiban Amparo Christine R. Dissertation, School Climate and Organizational Commitment of Public Secondary School Teachers, Basis for a proposed team building training program. Dr. Rojo Jennifer M. Dissertation, Managerial Competency of Public Elementary School Heads and Teachers' Performance. Basis for a coaching and mentoring model approach. And the last but not the least, Dr. Varias Leonisa D. Dissertation, Leadership Behavior and Management Conflict Resolution of Public Secondary School. Basis for a proposed team building program.
We shall now have our first batch of Master of Arts in Education graduates under the supervision of Dr. Maria Jovi Legaspi.
Good afternoon again. Jovelyn V. Acusar, thesis title, Parental Involvement on Academic Performance of Grade 3 Learners in Tanza District, Basis for an Action Plan. Fabiana G. Aguilar, thesis title, Teachers and Learners Performance in English 6 in Public Elementary School, Basis for an Intervention. Ivory P. Alceso, Classroom Management Practices and Performance of Teachers in Selected Schools in Naik, Basis for a Proposed Training Model. Marina M. Alonzo, Performance of Key Stage 2 Learners and Teachers in English, Basis for Enhancement Reading Program. Rosenda A. Arbonida, Reading Attitude and Interest of Learners in Filipino 6, Basis for an Intervention. Katleya A. Arcala, Performance and Study Habits of Learners in Math 4 in the District of Naik, Basis for an Intervention Measures. Liza F. Aribal, Adjustment Mechanism of Public School, Principal and Primary Teachers to Occupational Stressors, basis for training intervention. Lovella L. Armado, delivery system of the Filipino program for grade 1 learners, basis for a proposed intervention plan. Mother Cristina O. Asok, performance of primary learners and teachers in mother tongue-based multilingual education, basis for improving quality and access to education. Baby Joy Ann L. Aspiras, learning outcomes assessment of grade 6 learners in science, basis for an intervention. Catherine T. Aizon, status of the operation and management of school canteen in the selected elementary schools in the District of Tansa, basis for an implementation plan. Joanne B. Baluran, instructional competencies of TLE ICT teachers in selected public junior high school, basis for a proposed intervention. Maricel B. Bautista, instructional proficiency performance of kindergarten teachers in selected public elementary schools, basis for an intervention. Jeneline C. Bayangan, Rona M. Besitulo, stress management of public elementary school teachers in Tansa, basis for a wellness program. Mercedes B. Brumuela, performance of teachers and learning outcome assessment of grade 1 learners, basis for a proposed training plan. Maritoni V. Caburnay, instructional competency of key stage 3 teachers and learners, performance in Araling Panlipunan and intervention. Alan C. Cadelinia, parent involvement and reading performance of grade 2 learners, basis for an action plan. Anthony P. Kahilig, academic performance and behavior of grade 3 learners, inputs to guidance and counseling. John Aldrin C. Garingal, instructional competency of teachers correlates to performance of grade 6 learners in English and intervention. Kate Ann M. Casella, delivery system of the science program for intermediate learners, basis for a proposed intervention measures. Iris May R. Casiano, factors affecting the academic performance of grade 6 learners, basis for an intervention plan. Janice D. Kasumpang, performance of teachers and learners in Science 5, basis for transformative approach. Wenceslao N. Claveria, Diana Rose C. Clidoro, attitude and performance of grade 2 learners in mathematics, basis for proposed intervention measures. Jovita D. Contero, impact of school community linkages of Halayhay Elementary School, basis for an intervention. Mary Chris B. Crisostomo, competency level of teachers and performance of grade 2 learners in English, basis for localized capability building plan. Charo A. de Guzman, performance of teachers and learning outcomes assessment of grade 1 learners in Filipino, basic for a plan of action. Corazon B. Diuna, Jarin C. Dino, reading attitude and interest of grade 6 learners in English, basis for an intervention. Michelle R. Elegado, level of teacher stress tolerance and job performance, basis for coping mechanisms. Rona T. Enolva, teachers and learners performance in English of public elementary school, basis for an intervention. Rochelle Mary F. Estuesta, instructional proficiency and academic performance of learners in Tanza, basis for a proposed training plan. Gary A. Estrada, level of competency and performance of key stage 3 technological and livelihood education teachers, basis for a proposed technological skills development plan. Ace Brian P. Felizardo, delivery system of English program for grade 4, basis for a proposed intervention plan. Jamelin C. Gasias, parent involvement and learners' academic performance, basis for a proposed action plan. Joy D. Gascon, impact of school community linkages in Governor P.F. Espiritu Elementary School, basis for an intervention. Aurora R. Guevara, information and communication technology, competencies of public secondary teachers in Araling Panlipunan, basis for training model. Rochelle N. Ibe, delivery system on the Edukasyong Pantahanan at Pangkabuhayan program, basis for a proposed intervention plan. Melanie D. Warke, strategies and approaches in teaching Araling Panlipunan for intermediate learners, basis for an intervention plan. Veronica B. Kismod, adjustment mechanism of public school principal and intermediate teachers to occupational stressors, basis for training intervention. Nora S. Lasam, teachers' competencies and learners' performance in TLE Cookery 10 in selected senior high school in Cavite, basis for an action plan. Judy S. Laksa, classroom management practices and performance of intermediate teachers, basis for an action plan. Jerwell G. Leglegen, factors affecting the performance of learners in English 4, basis for intervention plan. Myra D. Lejano, factors affecting the performance of grade 1 learners in English, basis for intervention plan. Raquel A. Lu, academic performance of kindergarten learners and teachers and intervention. Florentina L. Lumido, attitude and performance of grade 5 learners in mathematics, basis for an intervention measures. Mark Julius I. Malvar, teachers' instructional proficiency and learners' performance in English 5, basis for a training development plan. Erica May D. Marasigan, level of instructional proficiency of teachers and kindergarten performance, basis for an intervention. John Maribi B. Maribojo, factors affecting the performance of learners in mother tongue-based multilingual education in selected public elementary school, basis for an intervention. Levy A. Moico, delivery system of the Araling Panlipunan program for grade 5 learners in Bacoor City, basis for a proposed intervention plan. Jamaica Liza P. Navarro, instructional proficiency and performance of kindergarten teachers, basis for a proposed training model. Christian N. Nueva, competency level of teachers and academic performance of key stage 2 learners in selected public elementary school, basis for a training model. Algie M. Pablo, ICT competencies of key stage 3 teachers, basis for e-learning enhancement plan. Alfie M. Pablo, teachers and key stage 3 learners performance in technology and livelihood education, basis for a proposed plan of action. Sidis M. Padios, competency level of TLE cosmetology teachers in selected public secondary schools in province of Cavite, basis for an intervention. Jolene Ann R. Panaligan, teachers' performance in relation to early childhood care development result towards complementary strategies. Bonafe M. Penes, attitude and achievement of learners in mathematics 5, basis for contemporary approach-based instruction. Arnold Estepaño, Teachers and Learners Performance in Science 5, Basis for a Proposed Scientific Approach. Pero Junrel R, Prepared Learning Styles and Study Habits of Grade 6 Learners in Mathematics and Intervention. Juby O. Postrado, Teachers' Competencies and Learners' Performance with Special Needs in Inclusive Education, Basis for a Proposed Training Strategy Model. Jonabeth D. Rabida, Teachers and Grade 1 Learners' Performance in Selected Public Elementary Schools in Tanza and Intervention. Rosette R. Rafael, Teachers' Competencies and Academic Performance of Grade 1 Learners, Basis for an Intervention. Janice B. Ronquillo, Learning Outcome Assessment of Grade 4 Learners in English, Basis for an Intervention. Marivic C. San Felipe, Performance of Learners and Teachers in English, Basis for a Proposed Reading Proficiency Enhancement Program. Ana Marie R. San Miguel, Behavioral Problems and Academic Performance of Grade 5 Learners, Basis for a Proposed Intervention Scheme. Joy P. Sanchez, Performance of Teachers and Learners in Science and in City of Bacoor, Basis for a Training Model. Michelle H. Santiago, Instructional Proficiency and Performance of Edukasyon Pantahanan at Pangkabuhayan Teachers, Basis for a Proposed Training Model. Maria Charlene M. Saicon, Performance of Leaders, of Learners and Teachers in Technology and Livelihood Education, Cookery, Basis for a Proposed Innovation and Creativity Approach. Karen A. Soriano, Classroom Management Practices and Performance of Primary Teachers, Basis for an Action Plan. Kimberly F. Susbilia, Teachers, Instructional Competency and Performance of Learners in TLE ICT towards Creative and Effective Teaching Environment. Maria Reni Rose G. Tantoco, Teacher, correlates to learners' performance in Physical Education 4 and Intervention. Joyce Ann R. Tuazon, Teachers and Learners' Performance in Science 5 in relation to Scientific Inquiry Approach. Princess Valerie S. Tumakder, Classroom Management Practices and Performance of Intermediate Teachers in Tanza, Basis for a Proposed Training Plan. Tricia May A. Ubaya Neronimo, Bridging Mathematics to the Guidance Program in Selected Public Elementary School, Basis for an Intervention Measures. Alan Dino E. Ugalino, Delivery System of the EPP Program for Grade 5 Learners, Basis for a Proposed Intervention Plan. Janet G. Valdez, Factors Affecting the Academic Performance of Primary Learners, Basis for an Intervention Plan. Marieli M. Velasco, Performance and Study Habits of Grade 4 Learners in Mathematics in the District of Tanza, Basis for Intervention Measures. Cynthia R. Vicedo, Competency of the TLE Junior High School Teachers in District of Tanza, Basis for a Training Program. Mary Grace A. Saldua, Teachers and Learners Performance in Filipino, a Public Elementary School, Basis for an Intervention. And last but not the least, Lovell B. Dison, Factors Affecting the Academic Performance of Primary Learners, Basis for Coping Mechanism. Annalyn M. Zamora, Instructional Proficiency of Junior Filipino Teachers and Performance of Learners, Basis for a Proposed Professional Training Plan. Congratulations.
we shall move to the next set of Master of Arts in Education graduates to be introduced to the supervisor, Dr. Ray Wansing.
Agustin Crisa Cassandra F. Information and Communication Technology Competencies of Junior Filipino Teachers in Tagaytay City District. Basis for a training plan. Anakay Christine R. Competency of Junior High School Teachers and Performance of Learners in Filipino. Basis for an intervention. Andalyon Elmer G. Implementation of Araling Panlipunan Curriculum Program for Grade 8 learners. Basis for an intervention. Angkaw Erenia C. Stress Management of Elementary Teachers. Basis for a Wellness Program. Angeles Risa G. Implementation of Alternative Learning System Program in District of Magallanes. Basis for a proposed development plan. Anggo Charmaine. Performance of intermediate learners and teachers in MAPE. Basis for a proposed intervention. Anyora Joanne S. Instructional worksheet in Mathematics 3. Its acceptability. Aramboro Jessa. Stress management of intermediate teachers in the division of Bacoor City. Basis for a wellness program. Asas Jenny Rose R. Instructional proficiency and performance of junior high school English teachers. Basis for an intervention. Austria Catherine A. Instructional proficiency and performance of junior high school Araling Panlipunan teachers. Basis for an intervention. Badilla Lorna G. Performance of selected junior high school teachers and learners in science in the division of Cavite. Basis for an intervention. Bagay Lorna B. Classroom management practices and performance of kindergarten teachers. Basis for training model. Balani Mary Jane E. Strategies and approaches in teaching intermediate learners and intervention. Baltasar Hazel M. Stress management of public teachers. Basis for a wellness program. Baltasar Hazel M. Stress management of elementary teachers. Basis for a wellness program. Bangero Evelyn T. Stress management of primary teachers in the division of Bacoor City. Basis for a wellness program. Batoon Floritus L. Strategic Intervention Material, SIM, in Science for Grade 6 learners. Its acceptability. By Marineth A. Performance of primary learners and teachers in technology and livelihood education, TLE, basis for an action plan. Beltran Kian P. Performance of primary learners and teachers in mother tongue-based multilingual education in TBMLE, basis for a proposed intervention. Binaday Angeline V. Instructional proficiency and performance of kindergarten teachers in the district of General Mariano Alvarez, Cavite. Basis for a proposed training model. Camacho Donalyn L. Donalyn I. Classroom management practices and performance of primary teachers in the district of Alfonso. Basis for intervention. Cascante Dina T. Implementation of science curriculum program for grade 4 learners and intervention. Kawaling Arlene M. Status of the operations and management of school canteen in the East Unit, Division of Cavite, basis for an intervention. Servito Orlando Jr. R. Delivery system mapping music program in selected public secondary schools in the Division of Batangas Province, basis for a proposed intervention. Dilapro Hortensia Rosel F. Preferred learning styles, performance of learners in Mathematics 3. basis for a proposed intervention measures. De Los Santos Elvira B. Implementation of kindergarten curriculum program, basis for an intervention plan. Diana Jose Gomer S. Stress management of senior high school teachers, basis for a wellness program. Yesta Marites M. Classroom management practices and academic performance of primary learners in the District of Tagaytay City, basis for a proposed training model. Drew Jenelyn Q. Professional ethics and performance of elementary teachers, basis for a proposed team building plan. Ebrada Jessica C. Performance of intermediate learners and teachers in English, basis for an action plan. Edar April C. Content-based instructional materials in Filipino for grade 9 learners, its acceptability. El Chico Aileen B. Status of school-based feeding program and academic performance of Key Stage 1 learners, basis for plan of action. Especial Jehan Marie E. Organizational climate and performance of teachers in San Gabriel 1 Elementary School, basis for an intervention plan. Fenomeno Christina G. Performance of grade 9 learners in English, basis for developing instructional materials. Punisyon Aprilin P. Classroom management practices and performance of teachers, basis for training plan. Galin Jennifer F. Performance of grade 2 learners in Filipino, basis for developing instructional materials. Heron Elenita S. Instructional leadership competencies of school heads and teachers' performance, basis for coaching and mentoring model. Gutierrez Rona C. Information and Communication Technology ICT competency of elementary school teachers, basis for e-learning enhancement plan. Hermoso Mariflor E. Stress management of public elementary school teachers in Alfonso District, basis for an intervention. Hernan Arlene G. Performance in mathematics of grade 10 learners in the District of Magallanes, basis for developing instructional materials. Ibana Michelle C. Performance of teachers and learners in English 3, basis for intervention program. Juban Kenneth. Implementation of technology and livelihood education TLE curriculum program for grade 8 learners, basis for an intervention. Labso Celeste S. Psychosocial factors and performance of learners in mathematics 2, basis for an intervention plan. Manangan Mayrin S. Behavior problems of intermediate learners observed by elementary teachers, basis for a proposed action plan. Mapanaw Joselito L. Performance of intermediate learners and teachers in music, arts, physical education, and health, MAPE, basis for a proposed intervention. Miranda Arlene R. Localized instructional activities in teaching MAPE, health, for grade 2 pupils, its acceptability. Monyaski Eleanor C. Performance of primary learners and teachers in English, basis for a proposed intervention. Molitas Aimee B. Performance of junior high school teachers and learners in Filipino, basis for an action plan. Naranjo Maria Lourdes B. Stress management of public secondary schools in the Division of General Trias City, basis for wellness program. Natanawan Ivy Jane A. Factors affecting the academic performance of primary grade learners in the city of Tagaytay, Basis for an intervention. Pablo Jeanette A. Elementary school performance and the Municipality of General Mariano Alvarez, basis for continuous improvement plan. Ajares, Sarah Joyce N. Organizational climate and performance of teachers in the District of Alfonso, Division of Cavite Province, basis for intervention. Pakinggan, Christine. Strategies and approaches in teaching grade 1 learners and intervention. Ehe, Rose Ann P. Stress management of public elementary schools, teachers in the district of Tagaytay District, basis for an intervention. Canales Alma G. Instructional activity materials in Mathematics 6, its acceptability. Persiana Mara P. Proficiency level of public elementary school teachers in District of Silang, basis for proposed professional development plan. Tilly Ronald S. Performance of intermediate learners and teachers in mathematics, basis for a proposed intervention. Bunzalan Munet. Strategies and approaches in teaching mathematics for primary grade learners, basis for plan of action. Rosanes Joyce C. Information and Communication Technology, ICT competencies of kindergarten teachers, basis for e-learning enhancement plan. Salazar Ana May N. Factors affecting the reading habits of learners in Taiwanak National High School, basis for plan of action. Sarmiento Daisy A. Information and Communication Technology, ICT competencies of junior English teachers in Tagaytay City District, basis for a training plan. Satimbre Maricel D. Instructional proficiency and performance of junior high school Filipino teachers, basis for an intervention. Talay Jomar D. Self-efficacy and performance of elementary teachers, basis for professional development plan. Tataw Michael C. Classroom management practices and performance of teachers in San Gabriel 2 Elementary School, basis for training plan. Tupanes Aisalin M. Information and Communication Technology, ICT competence of selected junior high school teachers, basis for a proposed training program. Mandap Maria Luisa R. Organizational climate and performance of intermediate teachers, basis for a strategic model. Valdez Susan B. Instructional competence of selected public secondary mathematics teachers, basis for plan of action. Verano Mila M. Strategies and approaches in teaching mathematics for junior high school, basis for an intervention. Vidalio Josie P. School climate and organizational commitment of public elementary school, basis for a proposed team building model. Villafuerte Edita C. Localized instructional materials in Filipino with ICT integration for grade 1 learners, its acceptability. Villanueva Donalyn C. Preferred learning styles and academic performance of grade 6 learners, basis for a proposed intervention. Zamora Jeneline M. Content-based instructional materials in teaching TLE Kokiri for grade 9 learners, its acceptability. Congratulations to all.
We shall move to the last set of Master of Education graduates. They are headed by Dr. Esteban Batalao.
Charmaine Chamson, Alcala Charmaine T. Parent involvement and academic performance of grateful learners in selected public elementary school in the division of Calamba, basis for an intervention. Aligni Jeneline A. Preferred learning styles and study habits of Mathematics 6, basis for an proposed enhancement plan. Antonio Edfer D. Bullying practices and performance of grade 6 learners in Mamplasan Elementary School, a proposed intervention plan. Arevalo Malaya Madrilejos, performance of teachers and learners in Araling Panlipunan 6, basis for an intervention. Bernaldez Melanie H. Stress management of teachers in Binyan Elementary School, basis for capacity building program. Bildes Tyrone D. Reading attitude and interest of learners in English 5, basis for an intervention plan. Hilo Mary Jodel L. Attitude and performance of learners in Mathematics 6, basis for contemporary approach-based instruction. Ricaela Butalib Ricaela P. Instructional proficiency of teachers and academic of kindergarten learners, basis for an intervention. Kad Shirley D. Assessment of educational leadership, effectiveness of the school heads in public elementary schools, and performance of teachers in the division of Binyan City. Tebelen Leia P. Factors affecting the performance of grateful learners in mathematics in the division of Binyan City, basis for an intervention measures. De Guzman Joanne C. Reading attitude and interest of learners in English 6, basis for an intervention. Desuyo Jennifer J. Motivational techniques and performance of public elementary school teachers, basis for an intervention. Dia Jahira A. Status of school-based feeding program and academic performance of grade level learners, basis for plan of action. Dorencio Daisilin G. Organizational climate and performance of teachers of school elementary school in Santa Rosa, basis for proposed strategic model. Falconaga Rachel P. Parents' involvement on academic performance of grade 1 learners, basis for an intervention. For Lahe Gary F. Factors affecting the performance of grateful learners in English, basis for a communicative approach in teaching. Ilagan Evangeline J. Performance of key stage 2 learners and teachers in English, basis for a proposed training model. Ilagan Frederick A. Parent involvement and academic performance of grateful learners in the La Paz Main Elementary School, an intervention. Habinal Regina S. Personnel management practices of elementary school heads and performance of teachers in the division of Calamba, basis for a proposed strategic model. Habinal Regina S. personnel management practices of elementary school heads and performance of teachers in the division of Calamba, basis for a proposed strategic model. Javier Elsa L. Factors affecting the academic performance of grade 1 learners in the division of Binyan, basis for an intervention. Manuel Baby Ann, self-efficacy and performance of elementary teachers in District 2 Division of Binyan City, basis for a professional development program. Martinez Jeanette S. Instructional competency of junior mathematics teachers, basis for a proposed training plan. Maso Carela M. Implementation of the Wash in School WIN program in selected public elementary school in the division of Binyan City and intervention. Oliveros Ruth. Study habits and performance of learners in Mathematics 3, basis for an intervention measures. Osas Irene V. Instructional proficiency of primary teachers and academic performance of learners, basis for an intervention. Palubon Jenaline D. Performance of the Gulayan sa Paaralan in public elementary school in the division of Binyan City, basis for a proposed strategic plan. Rada Rosalie P. Teachers' efficacy and performance of public elementary school teachers, basis for a professional development plan. Resurrection Charisma O. Instructional leadership practices of elementary master teachers in Calamba City, basis for technical assistant plan. And last but not the least, Tolentino Dali, Information and Communication Technology, ICT competencies of Balibago Elementary School, basis for e-learning enhancement plan. Thank you. Congratulations.
Before we move to the next part of the program, will you please give yourselves another rousing applause for the milestone you have achieved as commemorated in today's ceremony. At this juncture, Dr. Su Yon Wang, Dr. Maria Gina Baisa, and Dr. Evangeline M. Sangalang will honor this year's loyalty awardees. May I request each of the following back on stage once his or her name is called. May I request our president and chairman to please move to the center stage to facilitate the awarding of medals. We shall start with Dr. Noribel A. Kaya. Next in our list is Dr. Emelita G. Vicky. Next, we have Dr. Ida F. Reyes. Finally, we will recognize Dr. Lorifel V. Torres. Let us give our loyalty awardees another round of applause. At this point, Congratulations. At this point, we shall listen to the response of classes 2019-2020 and 2020-2021 as represented by Mr. Anthony Kahilig. A round of applause, please.
Hello. To the President, faculty, and staff, guest speaker, guests, friends, parents, and dear fellow graduates, good evening to all of us. Thank you so much. It is an honor to be given a chance to stand in front of you as one of the teachers who dreamed and was able to achieve it all. Overcoming various challenges while taking steps toward the fulfillment of my dream. Congratulations, we have done it. All the hard work has finally paid off. We are all ready to take the next big step in life. With all of you here today, let us reflect on our collective journey in this institution. The past 2 years have certainly been tough and hard-hitting. But now we are all here to celebrate our victories, achievement, and triumphs, and the journey in which all boarded toward our future purposes. We will receive the diplomas and become the 2022 graduates in this institution. I guess that after the strain of final tests, credits, exams, not to mention the time-consuming thesis and nerve-wracking presentation, most of us are looking forward for this moment. It is the fruit of our labor. But I want you to look around and remember this moment. Look at our group mates, teachers, because from now on, life will scatter us around the world. And most of us will meet at alumni parties. Recall the best moment of studying that we both shared. Lots of challenges we encountered in our ways before we finally meet our goal. But because of our perseverance and being patient, we surpass it all through the guidance of our Almighty God. In spite of these nerve-wracking changes in education, still we are here to strengthen ourselves. We continuously equip and educated ourselves to face what lies ahead. Still, we are coping with the changes brought by this pandemic. Strengthening education amidst this pandemic is truly commendable. Learning must not stop. It must progress and find another way to propagate it. Accepting what the new normal in education brings our life, we face different situations. In the end, we were able to conquer it. We are ready. We are knowledgeable. Whatever challenges we might encounter, we know that we all can do it. This institution completed me who am I today. To our professors, we deeply thank you for guiding us and imparting your knowledge. Those things that we have learned from you serve as our foundation or guiding torch in achieving our dreams as well as our goals in life. Winding indifferent our life path will be, remember that we are all the graduate of one institution. And we share the common concept of our school, the knowledge, the spirituality, and the freedom. This institution gave us the opportunity to get good academic training, balance our professional priorities, and feel free to choose whatever path we like. Again, good evening and long live.
Thank you, Mr. Anthony Kahilig. We shall now proceed to the recital of the Pledge of Loyalty to be led by Dr. Jennifer Rojo.
Fellow graduates, please rise and raise your right hand for the Pledge of Loyalty. Freely, with all sincerity and gratefulness, I hereby pledge my loyalty to my school and affirm and confirm my love to my country and people. I shall strive hard to live up the standard of excellence of my alma mater, the Pacific InterContinental College, and will treasure in our hearts the knowledge imparted, the guidance and protection, to be always on the side of the law, do justice for the service of God, country, and mankind. So help us God.
And to induct the graduates to the Alumni Association, they call on Dr. Jeremy C. DeSena, President, PIC Alumni Association.
You may raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Through the guidance of the Almighty Father, will fully accept the responsibilities, duties, and obligations of an alumnus of PIC and as member of the PIC Alumni Association, Incorporated. I solemnly swear to protect the name, uphold the Constitution and bylaws, and abide by the decisions of the associations in all honesty and integrity, to the best of my ability. I shall continually strive to use the knowledge, skills, and talent that I gained from this institution in furthering the cause of the association, in advancing the interests of the alumni, in giving pride to my alma mater. I wholeheartedly take this pledge without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
Before we end the ceremony, may I invite everyone to join the singing of the PIC hymn.
Our own dear alma mater, keep us in wisdom, in truth and virtues, in patience and praise, forever loyal be. Every man must do his part with health, love within his heart. Command every man to bend for right over faith and foe victorious to thee, PIC. forevermore, forevermore.
Please give yourselves a rousing applause. Your degrees are now confirmed. Go and contribute to improving the quality of Philippine education. Ladies and gentlemen, the exit of colors. Everyone is reminded to remain where you are as we're going to have the photo sessions after the proceedings. Thank you. We shall have our photo sessions first before doing the recessional. Hence, I'm calling the attention of our PhD students under Dr. Maria Jilvi Legaspi to join us here for the photo op. Our students are supposed to stay in front of the stage so we could fit in the frame. Would also like to request the remaining faculty members to join us in the